special show for us.
Thank you. Can I get a count as quick as possible, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the main gate and welcome two of our stars from the cast of WaterWorld.
Hi guys! I know I'm very talented. So many things that I do. So, who likes the show? Alright. Well, my name's Nicole. I was Helen, as you might have guessed. And this is Caleb, one of our amazing wave runnering, spraying you in the green section smokers.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, good.
So, you like the show, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, who has actually seen the 1995 WaterWorld movie starring Kevin Costner? There's a lot of people, so I'm big. I'm really proud of you guys. Well, you might recognize a few things. A lot of this set was actually used in the filming of the real movie in Hawaii. We brought pieces of it back, used character names like Helen and Deacon, had some cool sound effects, and some pyrotechnics to put on the show today.
Speaking of sound effects, there are only 3 characters that are live mic'd. One is Helen,
Yes.
of course. One is the sage, and the other is the deacon. Everything else is synced to a track. It's controlled right there, back behind you. Say, hey, this is Stefan, everybody.
Hey, Stefan!
How's it going? Can we hear some of those sound effects?
Smokers in the distance!
That's me. That's controlled right back there, as well as some of the pyro and the explosions. That's all controlled back there as well. Let's talk guns. There are 3 live guns in the show. They're Mossberg 12-gauge shotguns. They're outfitted to fire blanks, though, so no projectile, just a cartridge with powder. Gives that flash and the bang, but keeps us safe. Also, a different type of gun that I like. Those are rubber guns. Those are my personal favorite because it's my duty to get things that sink to the bottom, and those float.
That too.
So they're great. They're also really safe for us, so whenever she hits me with them, it doesn't hurt me that bad. She likes to hit hard, so they keep us safe.
Look at this guy.
They're great.
Such whiners.
Rubber guns. Yeah.
But you know, while we're sitting here talking about guns,
Oh no.
Okay, feel better now. Who wants to see me use my guns? Let's put a little hurt on Caleb, who seems bored
Nobody.
over there.
Yes.
Oh, did he yawn just now?
They always want to see it.
Come here. What are we supposed to do? Don't touch that!
Oh man.
Yeah.
Gross.
Anyway, so when we get hired in and we put together fights, we talk about like so. So how about I'm gonna throw maybe a left,
Okay.
and how about a right?
Okay. And maybe I'll throw
Oh,
one.
good. And boop!
Oh.
Hold your applause, please. Why don't we try this again? We're going to reposition. Yeah, for sure. We're going to reposition. Caleb is going to have a better attitude and try acting.
Here we go.
God knows. And Stefan is going to give us a little help. You ready? Are you guys ready? Yeah. You ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Well, other than beating up Caleb, I know that my favorite part of the show when I first saw it was that plane. How many of you guys were surprised when that thing came over? All right, let's talk about it. That plane weighs 1,500 pounds. That's that one, and all the other ones. We have it sitting backstage on a catapult system, kind of like what you'd see on the aircraft carrier. I give the signal that everything is clear. It launches. There are no wires. There are no tracks. It hits the water, floats to that spot, soaking up 300 pounds of water on the way, and then sets off that explosion that soaked any of you sitting over there. We're not sorry. It's hot today, so you're welcome. Now I know what you're thinking. That's 1,800 pounds. How are we going to put it back? Well, some of you might be able to see there is a blue line up there on those tires. It's been hooked to the back of the plane. We're gonna pull it back, pick it up with that crane, let it drain out that 300 pounds of water, and then set it back on the catapult, boop, ready for the next show. Oh my God, Nicole, so cool. I know, right? It's nice.
Sweet, huh? All right, let's talk about my favorite stunt in the show. Anybody notice that the deacon looked a little different when he came out at the very end?
The what?
Anybody?
The deacon.
Didn't ya?
Yeah.
That's because that's actually not the deacon. That is his stunt double. Or a guy that was just walking by.
There's his stunt double.
Oh, there he is. Right there.
Skylar.
So, hey, Skylar.
Get back as you were. This isn't about you.
After he goes in over there, he swims to the back of the stage. He gets prepared for that fire dive. He's wearing 3 layers of protection. The first is a no-neck suit. It's the same thing that race car drivers and firefighters use on the job. The second layer of protection he uses is this silicone hood. Makes him look a little more like the deacon. It also protects his ears, his head, back of his neck, things like that. Weighs about 12 pounds. And then that third and final layer is fire gel. That's an aloe-based lubricant that goes on his face, on any exposed skin, and his nose, on his eyes.
Do you want to touch it?
It's so gross.
Good. This is really gross.
Anyway, so Helen shoots a flare from over there, but he actually ignites himself up there with an igniter, sets himself ablaze, runs around for 45 seconds to a minute, fastest way to put himself out. 45 feet to the bottom. Anybody want to try?
Yeah, we need another guy because, Skylar's busy.
Well, he does. Let's go.
Yeah, you ready?
Right now.
We promise that we'll have you sign appropriate forms for your parents. No? Fine.
No.
Well, I think that's about all of the fun information and possible jokes that we have for you guys. Does anybody have any questions for us? Anything you've seen or heard here today? Yes? How do we get the water to ignite with fire, Caleb?
There's actually a fuel underneath the water there that shoots from lines from on the bottom. It shoots up, and there's an igniter back there that lights it on fire as it gets to the surface. At the end, it stops shooting out, and it burns all the fuel off the top.
Pretty cool, huh? Anyone else? Yes.
Have you ever had any accidents during your show?
Have we ever had any accidents during the show? Did it look like we had any accidents today?
No.
No.
Exactly.
It looked like you were about to have an accident with all these like jumping and flying.
Good. Then we did our jobs. No, this set is very real and very hard, and I actually thought I was bleeding halfway through. It turned out to be rust. But the point is that this is a dangerous set, and we have had injuries. I myself have rolled my ankle on that pole several times, but we've never had anyone get so injured that they couldn't come back to work. Usually what will happen is if there's a slight injury or anything a little weird that happens, we have a bunch of alternate sequences that we all are aware of, so hopefully we can still continue the show without you even noticing that anything went wrong. Occasionally something will be so bad and we might need a paramedic or someone, and then we'll throw up an axe and stop the show. But like I said, no one's been so bad they couldn't come back to work. We have time for one more question. Yes! How did the fire come off? Oh, on people. They jumped in the water. Fire and water don't mix very well. So that's how we put him out. What? Exactly. This guy's really, really smart. You guys should all listen to him. Well, that is all the time that we have today, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to play with us. So get out of here and go enjoy the rest of your day at Universal Studios and stay hydrated. It's still hot.
Thank you. Picture, yeah, picture now. Picture with Zoe. Picture with Helen. Picture with Helen, yes, picture.
Heck yes.
Thank you, Helen.
Stay on this side.
Trevor.
Do you want to take a selfie first?
Okay, guys. Ready?
You're more talented than I am with selfies.
Ready, guys? 1, 2. Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.
Huh? Oh yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
Is it okay?
Yeah, of course.
I just like invited.
Oh, no worries. That's what I'm here for.